shapeshifter's key unlocked the door. Interesting.
A list of names. Father Lorgan's on here crossed off. A target list, perhaps.
Blood over by the bed.
These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here, too. Are those organs in these vials? Oh!
Notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
One more mark, then we can go.
The Master said we have enough. The Black Mass is ready to begin.
It's not for the Master. It's for me. I want a beating heart there, ready for me when the Mass is complete. And we're finally granted our freedom. After 200 years of rats, I think we deserve a real drink.
There is no time. We are expected back at the palace.
Relax. The Black Mass won't start until Master drags Astarion from whatever hole he's hiding in. We have time to find one more person.
Wait. You know Astarion?
Where is he? Tell us. You don't know what my lord is capable of. You don't know his power.
This is not the time, brother. The Master must be told.
Fine. But this isn't over. We'll see you again.
First day in years I end with my hand up.
A weary traveller, battered and bruised, you come for sustenance, no decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? I thought as much. Those eyes tell a story. Punishment is your pleasure. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her.
There's a difference.
Sweeting. This is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it.
Another case closed, another bottle. Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list and I'll stay in. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody...
Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on.
Something's off about this one. On your guard.
Oi! You must have slipped by me earlier. Raphael's very disappointed you turned him down. Ah, I forget we've never met. I've had my eyes and ears on you so long we feel like old friends. ꉂꉂ is my name. I'm Raphael's assistant, shall we say. He's gutted, you know. Had such high hopes for you. Cheeky. We might be in a brothel, But I'm not that kind of gal. You should reconsider, though. The boss might be a devil, but he'll treat you more honestly than anyone else in the city. Plenty. But right now, I have one job. You. I'm talking to you openly. Mortal to mortal. And I'm begging you to sign the contract. If the brain wins, the Illithid Empire returns and worlds you've never even dreamed of will die. Raphael can stop it. He wants to. And he knows how. You're the key. You always have been. He's a devil. It's his nature. He needs to get his due. I doubt it. But even if you do, you won't survive the fight. I'd reconsider if I were you.
You think you can do better?
The army of the absolute can't warning you
On the list. Right. Hold on back. Brace yourself.
Very welcome, sir.
A fist won't do a damn thing.
What this is?
Of course not. Simply tell me why you're here.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been sucking Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Excuse me, citizen, but if this is a criminal matter, it's my business, not yours. Now, madam, if you'll just tell me why you're here, I'll take down the details.
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad. You will? Thank you. I haven't slept or eaten since she disappeared. I'm terrified something has happened to her. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober though, I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes, but it was only a quick one. And of course, the front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate, so our readers don't have to. I work for the greatest broadsheet in this storied city. It's my job to know who is who. I imagine you'll be becoming quite familiar with it soon. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette.
Oh, it's not out yet. But any of the gazetteers can sell you a copy when it's printed.
It's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you. I bet you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? Thank you.
You see an altar dedicated to Mystra. Mystra, mother of all magic, is the patron of wizards and often called upon by other spellcasters as well. She's said to be a jealous goddess. Even though you do not follow her, you feel her power resonating from the statue. She is the one true spell at the heart of all spells. The weave could not be in better hands. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
Silence. Just quiet. That's a friendly-looking shadow. Then I can crack that open.
never run away like that.
Afraid I'll have to ask you to stop there. Only Etfard's allowed to use the basement elevator.
Can't risk being in open view. Come on, open up. Don't mind if I do.
Soldier, don't mind if I do.
Keeping my head down.
Hang on! You're not allowed down in the basement. Only ma-
Good idea, Karlak. Handy.
I don't need to be in tension right now. Breathe quiet. Move with care. Swift as my feet can carry me.
I got this. Got it.
Nothing important is ever easy.
for a good meal. That took the edge off.
Hello, so that's progress. Can't keep me out.
You examine what appears to be a test print of tomorrow's broadsheet. Numerous corrections are marked in red ink. You notice one of these corrections scrawled in the margins. Whoever's tampering with the printer, stop it. You're wasting my time. The content of the broadsheet is troubling. You feature heavily in the central article, lambasted as a danger to the city.
What's that? You approach the printer, noting its ink splots and intricate cogs. Before you can get closer, however, it begins to speak.
Oi! Gormless! Over here! Thought I recognized you. Dolly, Dolly, Dolly was right. You aren't much of a looker. I'm not trapped, you fool! This printing machine is just marvelous, with nothing like it in the Feywild. This is my paintbrush. I make sure everything that's in those big, ugly article blocks becomes fine printed artistry. I'm a master pensman, I am. Dolly can't stop talking about you. Hero this, hero that, hero here, hero there. Hello, hero. You know, there's some absolute filth about you in tomorrow's edition. Seeing as you were kind enough to free Dolly, how's about I do you a favor? Why don't we change the headline? We can load up something a bit less damaging for your reputation. Well, first, I've got to release the old nasty top story. Look there. Now, you've got to find a new article to replace it. Listen, mate, I'm already doing you a favor. I'm sure you can figure it out yourself. As the old saying goes, ours is not to wonder why. Ours is but to print or die. Or something like that. Oh, you've returned. Ready to show some discord? How delightful!
The editor will be in for a surprise tomorrow.
Well, well, if it isn't the city's next celebrity. You star in our next edition's top story. Estra deals with the personal interviews and fluff pieces. I deal with the truth. And the truth is, you're a damned menace. Not many enter our fine city and immediately start meddling in murder investigations. Curious, don't you think? The truth will be out with tomorrow's broadsheet. People will spit in your face. Your very presence will be bad for business. You'll be a pariah, an outcast, as you should be. And then, we can only hope the fist do their duty and escort you to the gallows. Your days of scumming up this good city streets will be over. Shall I add lying cretin to your long list of misdeeds? You speak no— The headlines are loaded into the print works already. Tomorrow, you will now. Guards! I believe our distinguished guest was just leaving. Would you care to escort them out?
We have still watchers prominent in the street.
Your Majesty, Archduke. Your Excellency. Your Eminence. I know you said poor, but we only have ale.
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached.
Working. What else? Alan's short on coppers. The counting house is screwing him over. He was willing to hire anyone who'd work for cheap. And I'm nothing if not cheap. Oh, you are smooth, hero. I knew there was a reason I made.
Great. Heading to the roof. Can I have that?
I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters. The city always wins. There's always some hero that saves the day. Charity! In Baldur's Gate. Good one.
Your Excellency. Your Eminence.
Aye, aye. I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. The city always wins. There's always... Charity! In Baldur's Gate. Good one.
Keep your voice down about the blood.
Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well...
How do you trust an Archduke? Your Excellence? Your Eminence? do you address an Archduke? Your Excellence? Your Eminence? Pickle charge ready yet?
Hold up, citizen. This is a crime scene. No admittance.
Bella's finished her ritual. You can let them pass.
I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. No. I need them rats. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for business today. Don't customers know there's a...
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you'll find my old lodgings.
Don't draw any attention.
What's the story? Foxy. Easy as.
Getting close. The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks. Good. On the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business. Get Yankee. Blacketh has found us. Get rid of them, quickly!
In the meantime, tear every brick out if you have to. If it doesn't come, we must find evidence of its whereabouts. Tell me, Lae'zel of ꉂꉂ, what reward do you think the astral prism will fetch once I pluck it from your corpse and present it to Vlaakith? What honors, what riches will the undying queen grant me when I hand her the failed prince?
Stand down. I protect the prism on our queen's behalf.
The Undying Queen cares not for who delivers her the prism and the traitor prince within. All that matters is that it is delivered. The false heir's head will make a fine trophy for Vlaakith. As for you, I will leave nothing behind but meat and shattered bone. Damnable whelp. For 1,000 years I have given my life to Vlaakith. And you, Lae'zel, a child, an unascended, would snatch my glory for herself. You may keep your head. But I will yet be exalted. I will yet see my name carved in slate. Vlaakithka sivim hrath krashet.
Vlaakith is relentless. You handled it well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon. House enters the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
That might be worth a look.
My old home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you. Rascal's Cove. My poor four-legged friend. Their lives are so brief, so simple. A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that.
What's that?
My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it.
Something other.
There she is, in all her glory. My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it. My cutlery set. A gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still.
Is that truly you? Oh, I thought I might never see you again. No. No, you need to leave. You put as much distance as you can between yourself and that monster. Orin happened. She snatched me up from our camp and brought me down here to her temple. Barlist Enclave. How long has it been? A 10-day? Longer? I can't even tell. She did things to me. Such awful things. Even I don't have the words. She took things from me. She let me run. She likes the sport of it, and told me I could earn back what she cut off. My trophy, she said, if I could outpace her. Look, you can't fight her. She's too strong. Turn around. I'm done running. I'll buy you what time I can. You face her already.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. His kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you. Kethric's killer turned the corpse lover to carrion when you took his stone. Oh, but he was a dull kill. No blood to spill, no guts to rip. A desiccated husk, all dust and hollow. You must be sharpened before you set your edge against my skin. Against the tyrant's throat, of course.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
There we slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is Baal's. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
promise of slaughter, of pain and humiliation, and the sound of blood drip dropping into the gutter. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
Is an ally of Our Lady in Red. Orin spoke of you. You walk in the Dread Lord's favor. Perhaps you wish to partake in his service. Go ahead. Their blood is yours to spill. You wish. bringing in the stench of the foundry. Belching smoke and metal screeches. Keep the city on my arm.
Facemaker fashion. Don't just look the part, be the part. And if you want to, be the part, Master Figaro still has some space between appointments. Yes.
You appear to be lost, dear. I specialize in fashion, not potato sacks. I sell anything. A certain level of class is expected by my class. Very good, ma'am.
The brain. It's here. Stay away from the gate.
Downstairs, the glitter gala. Upstairs, the chromatic scale.
Drab attire, lackluster skin. My darling, you need... Or, if you are the practical, a skeleton would be more accurate. You have good bones, remember?
Park's no place for a stroll anymore. More likely to find a muggin than a picnic these days.
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. She has a tadpole.
Or perhaps you'll find something bloodier. The Absolute's warriors are at work, just beyond here. You'd be wise to not interfere, brother. Not so loud! You and I might have an understanding, but that doesn't go for everyone. Plenty of my comrades still serve the old order. Now hop along. When the time's right, the Absolute will tell us to act. Until then, we've got to play it natural. In her name.
Are we not already having a chat, my angel?
Not if I stop talking to you first!
No. I'm not talking to someone dressed in their bathrobe. I refuse.
We redden our steel, but you are not the lamb for our slaughter. It seems you've won Lady Oren's favor. Join us in this act of slaughter, in Baal's name. Then you betray Orin and Baal himself. Your blood will spill for this. Let this murder be the sacrament! out of this, Captain. Do not forget whom you serve.
Of course. Apologies. I warned him not to interfere. Not I. We. And we do not serve.
Defective. Very well. Another offering to Baal.
Breathe deep and move.
mind is small, fragile. Listen now.
Entering her mind is like stepping aboard a sinking ship. The architecture of her consciousness buckles and collapses. Thoughts yield to a flood of overwhelming power. The Elder Brain.
Do not waste time. This mind cannot bear us. It turns to liquid. Listen, just listen. We learn. We grow. Loosen our clumsy bindings. Aid us. Necromancer dead. Changeling and tyrant remain at odds. Kill them. You have a place in my grand design. What happened? Why do I taste copper?
Count on me. Go on. Fresh. Suffice.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. My beloved confidant and loyal companion Rascal. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stillmain, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. By necessity, not design. But I'm glad you appreciate the richness of my experience. Yours has been no less exciting, but even with all your experience, it has not been easy. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. That you are complex and full of contradictions. It was no easy task, but I had to persist. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how reasonable you would be. You don't like to be coddled, cajoled, but you responded well to logic, to rational arguments, to cold, hard facts. You saw straight to the core of what really mattered. As did I. Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. We must stop it while we still can, before we too become its slaves.
You in need of protection, friend?
My my god!
Don't be shy. This armor can't...
Karlach Cliffgate? That can't possibly be you, can it?
Fitz! If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Where the hells have you been, girl? Last I heard you'd run off to Neverwinter, and that was what? 10 years ago?
Neverwinter? Who told you that?
Gortash. Said you didn't even give notice.
Ah, that prick, but... Never mind that. Look at you. The years have been good to you.
I won't lie. They have.
Well, go on, girl. Tell me everything.
First thing first, you saw the news, didn't you? About Archduke Gortash.
Right? Oh, I'm sure the fox will make a great duke of the hen house.
I think you were the only thing that kept him a little honest. After you left, things got dark, fast. I got out while my soul was still intact. Started working for an arms merchant. Still in the trade, as you can see. Met my fella Gregor that way. Been together 8 years now. And Karlach, we've a little one on the way.
Fitz! That's incredible! Congratulations! Mum life, huh? You're going to be incredible.
Gods, I hope so. Even after all these years, it seemed to happen so fast. But now that you're back in town, you must come to ours. All of you. We'll have a good supper, catch up. You can meet Gregor. And the little one. In a few months. Are the two of you together?
Ew, no. Just mates. Very good mates.
Oh, that's lovely. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I can't tell you how good it is to see you, Fitz. I'd love to come have dinner with you and Gregor. We're in the city on some urgent business, but can I come find you when it's all settled?
I'd love that. Meanwhile, if you're still in the business of intimidation, you should take a look at my stock. Great to have you back.
Hope that wasn't a lie. I hope we do get to meet up with Fitz when this is all over. First step, save the city. Then, save myself. And last but not least, dinner with an old friend. What more could you ask for? Copper for your thoughts. Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close. I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But not today.
Easier to don some armor than learn to swing a sword. If you can manage the extra weight, that is. The way...
No.
juice. I do.
I thought I was done for. Lady Luck, bless you. Sightseeing. What do you think? I filched around Baldy and got myself buried for the trouble. Stone Lord, he calls himself. More like stone shite. A high and mighty type. Ahem. Oh, I've learned my ways and I'll never steal again. Happy? Look, I ain't got much in the way of thanks, but the stiff below...
Not to. I'm telling you, that flaming fist was winking at me.
Well, she nodded at me. Very suggestively, I might add.
I suggested. You've been single too long.
With a flip of the wrist.
Soldier. Soldier. You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends. I guess she did. Much as it makes me want to puke to admit it. Devils, you know. Fucking devils. They really screw with you, don't they?
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? Well, I am so glad you asked, Edward.
Are you enjoying the festival?
Why, hello. Oh, they do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
No. I must say, if this is a practical joke, it's not very amusing.
Why, a serial killer? Oh, that's terrible. Master Metzley, are you quite all right?
It was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face. And I will peel it from your skull, should you interfere again.
Before he strikes again.
Let's get going.
Edge off. Soldier.